Suboxone is a treatment drug to help people with opiate addictions. Doctors say it's highly effective if used correctly. But our investigative team found that law enforcement and some doctors in Kentucky worry Suboxone is being abused at a rate not seen since the OxyContin pill mills of years past. Brenda Combs has the story.
From the front of this Breathitt County building, there's not much to see. An interesting looking piece of property with a sign that paint has altered over time. The story we found was in back. We showed up on Tuesday morning, a day we knew Suboxone was being prescribed. We got there at 8:45. It opened at 9. There were dozens of people waiting, car tags from Owsley, Knott, Perry, and Breathitt County. At 9 on the dot, the doors opened and we watched 29 people file in. Another dozen or so would trickle in, so we went in too.
We saw at least 30 just this morning on one day. Is that normal?
Well, we only do clinics 2 days a week.
Dr. Pablo Merced is a family doctor and runs the St. John Newman's Medical Clinic. Police say he's been lawfully prescribing Suboxone for a little more than a year. In that time, police have responded to numerous calls to Merced's office. Dr. Merced says he prescribes Suboxone 2 days a week, including the day we showed up.
It just, thorn in our side. It's become a haven for activity that, not conducive to a good society in our community.
Why don't you come in?
Oh, well, thanks.
Dr. Merced led us through a full waiting room to his office.
So what do you want to know?
I want to know how it works. How do these clinics work? There's, a lot of people, police included, are upset because there's so many people outside in the mornings, and there have been altercations outside, even a shooting, I believe.
Yeah. Well, the shooting doesn't have anything to do with Suboxone. They have this domestic problem.
But do you like this happening at your physician's clinic?
This is not the clinic, it's outside. We can't help it.
It's on your property.
We cannot control what people do.
It's not our job to be a security guard for a doctor's office.
Chief Ken Spicer is dealing with a problem not unlike other cities and counties in Kentucky.
It's just becoming an epidemic.
The issue surrounds this, a treatment medication to help people stop their opiate addiction. The brand name is Suboxone, but it's really buprenorphine. It is a Schedule III narcotic, which is regulated and lawful to obtain with a prescription.
We had the pill mills when OxyContin was so popular. You'd have people coming from different states, different counties, get there an hour before the clinic opened, long lines, people selling out in the parking lots, and that's what we're seeing with Suboxone.
So it's being abused.
Being abused.
Dan Smoot with HIDA, high-intensity drug trafficking area, says Suboxone is not only sometimes abused by patients, but doctors as well. Doctors under federal regulation can only have 100 Suboxone patients. Although it can be covered by Medicaid, many patients pay cash. We're told by doctors that a patient may pay anywhere from $200 to $500 a month for Suboxone treatment, and the prescription can range from $200 to $400 a month depending on the dosage.
You can become a millionaire almost instantly. There's so much money in these pills.
Are we headed back to pill mills?
That's the concern, that the buprenorphine clinics are just becoming the pill mills of a few years ago.
But there's a difference, says Dr. Mark Jurish, president-elect of the Kentucky Society of Addiction Medicine. He says the medicine isn't as highly abusable as other opiates because of its chemical makeup.
It does a lot of people a lot of good. It just needs to be in hands of people who can manage this disease well.
Is it a red flag to you to see a line outside of a Suboxone clinic?
Yes. I would not expect to see that.
For his part, Dr. Merced follows regulations like any physician's office should. He has an active medical license since 1986 and no disciplinary action, according to the Kentucky Board of Medical Licensure. And he has not been charged with any crimes. The only complaint is concern from neighbors and police about the activity that has occurred outside his clinic.
Do you understand where people come from, though, where they say, it looks bad. Why are these people lined up in the mornings?
They don't, because they don't understand. They see them as drug addicts.
Judy K. Spencer used to be a drug addict. She says she's overdosed 8 times.
This is the only time I really wanted it to help,
She says Dr. Merced and Suboxone saved her.
If it wasn't made for this, I mean, I don't know what I would do. I would probably be dead.
So she lines up weekly to get a treatment drug meant to help, but even Dr. Merced admits can hurt.
Are all of the patients that are coming in here doing it the right way?
Hard to say. The only thing we can do is try to monitor them as closely as we can.
Jackson police say for the past 6 months, they've responded on average a couple of times a week to Dr. Merced's office. Dr. Merced is not the only doctor in town that prescribes Suboxone. There is another one, and police say they have also responded to calls there as well, guys.
So, Miranda, you looked at one county in particular for this story, but you found it's really happening in others?
Right. Dan Smoot with HIDA says in his region, it's the most talked about and most abused prescription drug right now.
All right, well, thanks for showing what's going on out there right now.
Good job.
Thanks, Miranda.